FTC shuts down grant writing service they say ripped off dozens of minority-owned businesses during the pandemic. They're saying that she called herself Grant Bay and appeared in online chats alongside well-known entrepreneurial influencers. She says she had years of experience in grant writing and could help struggling minority-owned businesses secure much-needed money during the pandemic. Treshana Graham of Florida collected thousands in fees, but dozens of clients say she never delivered. Now the FTC and authorities in Florida have moved to shut Grant Bay down, saying the businesses was all C-19 scams. Now, according to the FTC, there were about 100 businesses that were defrauded by this particular scam. And it seems like a lot of news outlets have left messages for Graham, who, according to court documents, seemed to be representing herself, and she hasn't returned any of those calls. Now, investigators say that Graham created C. Lee Enterprises LLC in 2020, operating it publicly as Grant Bay and marketing herself online as an experienced grant writer focused on helping small businesses find needed funds during the chaotic early days of the pandemic. Now, she was targeting minority businesses, and it seems like she may have been actually going by a different name, which was Shauna Williams. Now, what's sad about a lot of this is the fact that she actually sat on platforms alongside Grant Cardone. That's interesting, and publications like Black Enterprise, blacknews.com ran profiles on her service describing how she helped secure $65 million in funding for minority-owned businesses, money that she never really helped secure. But the FTC is saying that it was all a lie, and Grant had little experience as a grant writer when she launched Grant Bay, and that her last known job was for a fast food restaurant in Florida, from which she was fired in 2018 for theft, and she served 3 years of probation for the offense. Now, according to the FTC and their investigation, it appears that Graham actually used the money she allegedly obtained from the fraudulent activity from the C-19 relief programs. She used that money to continue to build up Grant Bay businesses. Now, Raymond King, that happens to own a North Carolina skin and hair products company, says that he was promised that he would receive at least $50,000 in grant funding if he paid $1,999 up front. If he didn't get the money, he was told he would get the fee back. But after months of runaround, he said Grant Bay stopped responding to his messages. He also goes on to say, I began to think Grant Bay was a scam as time went by and nothing it promised materialized. I did not receive the $50,000 in grant funding promised. In fact, I did not receive any funding at all. Now, his complaint was one of dozens of complaints that were filed in federal court in Florida alongside the FTC lawsuit. But keep in mind, not just Florida, but it seems as though Georgia has also hopped on board to shut Miss Girl down. So y'all go ahead and check this out.
New tonight, the feds have shut down a woman who calls herself Grant Bay, who they say was really a scam artist. Regulators say that she wrote fake grants for black small business owners, cheating them out of thousands of dollars.
Tonight, we're hearing from one of her alleged victims here in the Atlanta metro area. Fox 5's Rob D'Arienzo is in Powder Springs tonight with her story.
I'm hurt. I really would like to just ask her, like, why would you do this to someone who you said that you were going to help? Why would you do this to us?
And that's a question a lot of people who called on Grant Bay to help get small business funding want answered.
I was out there looking for a grant writer. I came across Grant Bay, and she was really saying that she was helping minorities to really help get funding.
KB Hunt is a life coach in Powder Springs. She says in hopes of using the grant money to grow her business, she dropped over $2 grand on Grant Bay.
So she was like, oh my God, you're a perfect person, you know, for this program.
In return, she was guaranteed at minimum $50,000 in grant money. The priciest package listed on the website, $7,000, guaranteed a minimum of $250,000 in grants.
I got the email saying, congratulations, you are approved for a grant. So I was excited, like, yes.
But when Hunt clicked on the link, it didn't work.
That was my first initial red flag, like something just in my gut didn't feel right.
Then another email, and another. None of the links to the grant she was supposedly awarded worked. Dozens of complaints with the Better Business Bureau say the same thing. Last week, a federal court ordered Grant Bay, real name Treshana Graham, to stop doing what she's doing. The Federal Trade Commission claims that she targeted black small business owners with the scam. We reached out to Graham for comment, but we didn't hear anything back. For months, Hunt says, nor has she.
To only see that she turned around and she's taking money from her own community, the reason it's already tough for us to get funding.
Now, I think that it's extremely unfortunate for a person, especially a black woman, to be up here and pretending to be a helper for the community and wanting to help people during such a critical time in their lives. I feel like the pandemic was really critical on everyone, as businesses, had to shut down. They were forced to shut down, needing money, needing funding to move forward, build up, better than what they were before, prior to the pandemic. And for you to play on these people and take advantage of them is very, very unfortunate. And a lot of these complaints, everybody can't be lying on her. So now Miss Girl is shut down. It looks like she's shut down federally. I'm not sure how the other states are going to respond based on where she probably is out here seeking to get more coins from people to pretend to give them funding. But I am glad that the things that are done in the dark are now coming to the light. I am new to this person. I'm not even familiar with a Grant Bay at all. But now she is being exposed by a lot of the people, as she should, in my opinion, because you're taking these people hard-earned money. They're trying to build up their business, and you're taking their money to build up your own business. So if they're able to shut her down, I'm wondering if a lawsuit is to follow. But that's all that I got. I wanted to bring to you guys some of the latest trending news that's happening around the world. Go ahead and hop down in the comments and let me know your thoughts and everything about how you feel about what I just discussed today. That's all that I have, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.